Last night I was thinking about validation and how the nature of the human experience for many people is that of validation, this need to not necessarily be responsible and accountable for oneself fully, but to move through time and space needing the okay of the world, be it the okay of a friend, the okay of a partner, of a parent, just needing that, am I okay in life? Am I doing well? Is this? And I thought, what a disservice we do to ourselves by not dropping into who we are, getting to know ourselves in a way that really shines a light on our fullness, on the gifts we possess, on the magic that we are. We are magic. And then I began to think about nature. Nature does not need anyone's validation in order to be. Nature does not need anyone to acknowledge its beauty in order to be beautiful. It doesn't need us to even hug the tree. We want to hug the tree because nature gives us something, and that's beautiful. And nature does not take from us. Nature does not, I can look out and see the changing of the leaves, the colors, the beautiful fall colors. I can see the sunshine. And the sun doesn't shine with a question mark. Do you see me? Am I bright enough? Am I providing enough shade? The trees, enough shade? The wind, am I cooling you off enough? Nature holds no anxiety. Now, anxiety will always be there. We will all experience anxiety in life. That's real. Let's acknowledge that. And when we come to drop in to ourselves and really sit with ourselves and get to know who we are, what triggers us, when are those moments of anxiety potent, and what happened, what precipitated those moments? When we spend more time there instead of running from that because we don't want to deal with that, which causes more anxiety, because again, wherever we go, there we are. When we pause long enough to be with that, then we realize I'm like nature. I'm enough. I am nature. I'm enough. It's enough that I've entered the room. If you see me, great. If you don't, it doesn't rob me of my own presence. I don't have to ask you if I am good enough. You don't have to ask me if you are good enough. All we need to do is turn in the direction of the mirror, which reflects who we are, and see our good enoughness. Be like nature, which is to show up fully as yourself, not apologizing for it, and not questioning or second guessing yourself. Be like nature. Be like the sun that just rises and sets, the moon that shines brightly in all of its forms. Be the fullness of who you are, even as that continues to change and grow and evolve through time and space, because that's important. But unless and until we really, really know that, we will not give ourselves the truth of who we are. We will not experience our fullness. And we will question who we are, which may lead to depression, anxiety, fear, imposter syndrome, all of those things. And that typically comes from somewhere. Like if we, could trace the footsteps back, we might encounter the moments where all of that started. And sometimes it's important to go back, and sometimes it's enough to know it now and move forward with that knowledge. So today on the mat, I invite us to be like nature, to live fully in the skin of who we are, in the body, in the mind, in the spirit of who we are, and to see ourselves in that light without having to question the way of our path, if we're good enough, if we fit, if we belong, all of that. May we be like nature and just show up without question, without angst, without the insecurity, but with deep knowing that, yeah, I am like the sun. I shine. And some people will see it and smile at it. They will see the light of you. And others will be blinded by it, disturbed by your presence. But the sun, it still shines in its own brightness and its own light. So may we be like nature and be in the brightness of our own light.